Hello you guys, it is your girl Eternal Femme and I am back with another reading for the sign of Aquarius. Summarizing Venus, North Node, or any of the heavy placements in your chart. Please be sure to like this video if it resonate, comment down below if you felt the vibe, and subscribe if the reading don't resonate today, maybe next time. Welcome back you guys and welcome to all the new subscribers. Let's see what Spirit has for you. I do have a quick message for you guys and we're going to get right into it. Now whoever was involved in that fraud, whoever was involved in stealing an inheritance. And I just want you guys to know, if you guys walked away from some people, stay gone. Stay gone. They still plotting. These people are having issues holding on to money because of what they stole. And this is not to, make you feel like, oh, you're better than them or anything like that, or oh, they're suffering because of what they did. But this is just to bring awareness that what you walked away from is good that you did, because people are trying to justify their behavior. People are trying to convince you that they had no parts in it. People are trying to look for a way out, and they may come towards you because they want to make it seem like to you, maybe if there's an investigation, that they had nothing to do with it. And people are going to try to play on your heartstrings to not press charges if you find out about this, And I feel like it's just important that you bring awareness to that, because it don't matter if it's your mother, because I'm getting family. It could definitely be your ex as well, because there were so many people involved in whatever this is that they're going to be trying so hard to cover this up by trying to make you feel like they had nothing to do with this. And it was a lot of people who did. And a lot of the reasons why these people are trying to say like they did this to you is because of what you believe in. You could be very different from your family's tradition, and they're going to say like, oh, we did this because maybe they felt like it was best for you. They felt like you were wicked, or, people are going to try to make excuses as to why they betrayed you. And literally one of them is going to be because of your spirituality. So we'll see. Josiah, that's too loud. So just be mindful of people coming back into your life trying to play like, y'all cool. But if you know that your spirit guides told you to walk away and don't turn back, please listen. Listen, because God didn't guide you to do that for no reason. There was a betrayal that was done, and whether you was aware of it or not, Spirit protected you by removing you from that environment. And if you walked away and you left, stay gone. Because I don't know about you guys, but have you ever left an environment or moved away or stopped talking to somebody, and when you came back, the energy was off? Like, almost like this underlining, like energy between y'all. Like there's something that's just not there no more. And I feel like it's a tie that has been severed. So whatever illusion that may have been over you at that time is because you were in their energy and they were able to paint that illusion. But now that you're gone, that illusion is not there no more. So if you return, it's going to be like that. You're going to feel very uncomfortable because it's going to feel like there's like an underlining animosity. And it's going to reveal this person's mask. But envy is fatal, and hate is too. So if a person hates you, but they was able to mask that being around you, playing in your face, imagine you being gone for so long and them hating you more because the hate didn't go nowhere, and then you returning. It's going to be hard to keep that hinged. And my guides be wanting me a lot more to share my testimony, because I've been through a lot in my life, y'all. And so what I'm trying to say is, I had moved away when I was 21, 28 now. But when I was 21 years old, it was the first time I traveled, because I've traveled a lot in my life. Since the age of 21, it was the first time I traveled. And now I'm in a whole new state again. When I was 21, I had relocated to Los Angeles. I was young. I had one son at the time. And me and my ex was going through a situation at that time. And I packed up everything and left. Just like that. And I closed out my lease and I left. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm having fun. Everybody was like, you know, a lot of my family members were against it. But they were like, you know, we got to support you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, cool. You know, they support me, whatever. I left. You know, I wasn't really looking for validation, but, you know, I appreciated that they understood why I was making my decision. And so I traveled, I had fun, I lived my life. I seen places and things that I had never saw before. I was just living my life with my son. And we got stable out there. It was so fun. It was so fun. I lived there for a while. But when I came back to visit, I got around some family members and we had a good time. And then it was almost like out of nowhere. You know, I'm thinking we having a good time and I felt the energy was off, but I ignored it because I was just like, you know, we ain't seen each other in a long time. It was cool. But I got and I think it was over the simplest thing. Oh no, I didn't. One of my little cousins were washing dishes. And I was like hearing how they were like talking to her. And I was like, hey, you know, I'll help her if you guys need help. Because it seems like, you know, y'all frustrated. Y'all want the house clean. You know, I can help her clean. They're like, no, we don't need you to help. And I'm like, but y'all want this one little girl, I think she was like 10 at the time, like to clean up the whole house. I'm like, wait a minute. It triggered something in me. So, you know, I try to be like, you know, let me help her clean up a little bit just because it's like, I don't want y'all to feel like, you know, we're a burden because we are visiting. So I just want to help because we're visiting. And, you know, it was nothing about it, you know. And she was like, no, you don't need help. And I was like, it's okay. I'll help. It's fine. She was like, no, you don't need help. And I said, okay, it's cool. Whatever. You don't want me to help. I'll let it go. No, honey. It turned into a whole ass argument. And I'm like, it's not that serious. She was like, no, I just feel like you just do too much sometimes. And I'm like, okay, I'll stop. Like, you know, let it go. Okay, let it go. You don't want me to help. Let it go. No, that little thing turned into a whole ass fight. Like, we was at each other's throats. Okay, to the point that she was like, get out of my house. Try to kick me and my kids out. And of course, me being me, I'm like, baby, I'm not going anywhere. So I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I said I could sit outside, but my son is going to sit right here in this house until I get my lift here. And so, of course, I got me a ride and me and the kids left. And so we went to my friend's house, my best friend's house at the time. And I get to my best friend's house and I'm like relieved because I'm like, you know what? We're going to put that behind us. Let's just have a good time, girl. And we chill, we crack up some drinks and we're just drinking. My son is sleeping in the back and we hanging and we vibing. We invite a couple of people over and we're just, you know, rekindling the times. Why y'all, I got into a whole, this time, see, that time it was an argument. With her, we drinking, we vibing. I'm thinking we having a good time. All I said with her was, her Wi-Fi had got cut off mid-conversation, y'all. And I know I'm telling y'all, but I need y'all to understand. Her Wi-Fi got cut off mid-conversation because I guess something happened with the bill. And I'm like, it's cool. You know, I'm telling her it's cool. We could just use my hotspot and we could just, you know, play the music like that. She said, no, I don't want to do it like that. And I said, okay, well, we don't got to listen to the music at all, you know, because we still have company. So I'm like, girl, it's cool. I got you. She's like, no, we don't need to do it like that. It's cool. And I'm like, okay, we could play in silence. And I blew it off like that. Like, we could play in silence. So I just finished having my conversation with the company. Like, yeah, you know, And she was just sitting there. She was like, nah, fuck, you know, excuse my language. She was like, nah, F that. And I'm thinking maybe it's the liquor. You know, because I'm confused. Like, maybe it's the liquor. I don't know, you know, but I just played it off like I ignored it. But homegirl wanted that issue. And I said, what is happening? Like, I was so confused. Like, when I tell y'all, that was the most I had been confused in my life. I was confused. And so I go in the kitchen. I'm like, are you okay? Like, what is the problem? She's like, no, because I feel like you playing in my face or you doing too much. I'm like, okay, well, what's happening here? Nah, it's cool. I'm like, well, do you want them to leave or something? She said, nah, they ain't gotta go. And I said, okay, well, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. I said, maybe you should calm down. She said, no, you need to calm down, and got in my face. I was like, oh, you tripping. You tripping. So I pushed her out my face like, excuse you. And why did we get into a whole physical altercation? We was throwing them bows, okay? And I said, oh no, this is too much. And of course, you know, the guys left. And I ended up sleeping on her couch that night. Because girl, y'all is not about to like, I don't know who people be. I'm sorry, I'm not even about to get into that. But I slept on her couch that night and left that morning. Because it's like, first of all, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. My son is asleep. You're doing too much. So I slept on that couch and left in the morning. But I was so exhausted because it happened back to back. And I was only there 2 days. I was only back in my hometown 2 days. I ain't never in my life got into any type of altercations like that with my friends or with my family member. I have never. I was so confused. I was like, so it just made me feel like, have y'all been hanging around me this whole time and never liked me or something? Because it was like everything I did irritated them. Like, I'm always usually the type of person who comes in and like help people clean up. You know, like if there is some dirt, if I'm there and the house is dirty and I was there and I was kicking it with you, I'm going to help you clean up. I've never not changed that about myself. I'm always going to help people out, period. I don't give a damn who you is. I don't care if you're old man on the street. I've always been that person. Just like my friend. I've always been that person to be like, hey, you know, it's cool. You ain't got to worry about it. I got you. Why did that be a problem all of a sudden? All of a sudden, you felt like I was trying to play in your face like you was broke. And I'm like, I have never looked down on you a day in my life. That's not even my character. All of a sudden, my family member thought that I was trying to call them dirty. I ain't never made that feel like that was my character. When have y'all ever picked this up about me? But it made me realize you never really liked me from the get-go. And now that I'm out of your energy, out of sight, out of mind, me being in your face, or you feeling like I'm doing better than you, or maybe they made assumptions that I was struggling, I don't know. But me coming back in their life, it's like their hate towards me was unhinged. They couldn't hold it in no more. And I was just in disbelief. And I feel like that's the whole point of this reading. It's like, if you felt guided to leave, stay gone. Because you don't know what's waiting for you back there. And this is not for me to project my own situation onto y'all, but it is to bring to your awareness that, and of course there's probably a bunch of pieces missing from the story because it happened so long ago. But I still remember it vividly though. That the anxiety that I felt. Because it was like, where do I go from there? You know, where do I go from there? And it's crazy because I still dealt with these same people years after that. And I ask myself now that I'm gone and I'm separated and I don't speak to these people anymore. I ask myself, I'm like, why did I stay there? Why did I stay there? Why did I stay in a situation when they had revealed their mask? And I feel like for it still to this day that God removed me so that I can see people's true intentions. Because it didn't stop there. Everybody started doing it. It was feeling like, you know, they just didn't want me there. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm overreacting. Because that's what they would say. You're overreacting. You're overreacting. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I am overreacting because I just got attacked by 2 people. So maybe I am overreacting. But because I was, you know, upset about all of it. Because I'm like, what the hell is happening? But I was like, maybe I am overreacting. But then I started realizing like other people started like trying to press that issue. And I'm like, what? Like it was becoming to the point where it's different where you may argue, you may get upset, we may have our differences. But when it gets to the point where you want to cause harm to me, that is dangerous. Because it was more than one person trying to do it. And I started to feel spirit push me. And I left a lot sooner because I'm like, let me get out of here. Because I don't know what is sitting at the table for me. You know, I started to feel uncomfortable. Because more than one person, after that situation with them 2 happened, it's like everybody all of a sudden wanted to press their issue. And it's like, y'all not about to gang up on me. That's what y'all not about to do. You know, and I'm not trying to play like a victim because I know me. But I'm like, if y'all ever had an issue with me, y'all should have been said that. Don't wait while I'm coming on vacation to visit y'all. And y'all take this moment to belittle me. Like the girl was calling me out my name, saying I was a bad mother because I took my son out of this situation and took him to another location, but I'm a bad mother. Like he was 1 year old. Like I'm confused. He wasn't even in school yet. You get what I'm saying? Like, and we were stable. It's not like we was living under a couch. Like, what is happening? Like, I was so confused, but they just tried to attack my character, attack who I was, attack my lifestyle, calling me a bad mother because I moved my son away from them and we moved into another location. It wasn't like we were homeless. We were stable. But they took that moment to make me feel like how they felt about me. Like, they are like, this is how we feel, and we're going to take this moment to say that about you. And I protected myself, but at the same time, I said, in order to protect myself, I have to go. And I can't, and I traveled plenty of times after that, and the same thing happened each time. Each time I came back, the energy was different. It was very weird. And then when I would come stay with people, like say if I did move back, I would come and stay with family members, and they would literally make me feel like, you know, I was going through like karma, or they would say things like that. Like we would get in altercations or arguments, and they'd be like, yeah, you're going through this because, you know, they would blame it on my spirituality and stuff like that. And, you know, it was always my spirituality. Like, oh, you're going through karma because of that spiritual, you know. And it's like, yeah, Ace of Swords. It was lame. It was lame. Yeah. It says look deeper. You shine bright. And some of y'all, that's what it is. Look, no matter what, always keep the faith. Some of y'all, you shine bright, you guys. And that's why the situation goes a lot deeper. It's not because of what you have. It's not because of where you came from. It's literally because you shine bright. These people cannot stand you. They can't fathom, like, they just cannot help the fact that, like, they have this hatred towards you because you shine bright, and there's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do about this. That's why your guide said, no matter what, keep the faith, let love in, because you will receive a lot of support. And I cannot make these readings up. Look forward and don't turn back. Like the video if it resonates. Comment down below if you feel the vibe. Subscribe. Peace.